Are you worried you're going to get sued? Are you worried that Taylor Swift is going to sue you?
I don't know anything about them other than somebody else generated them. I didn't generate them. Somebody came out. They said, oh, look at this. These were all made up by other people. AI is always very dangerous in that way. It's happening with me, too. They're having me speak. I speak perfectly. I mean, absolutely perfectly on AI. And I'm like endorsing other products and things. It's a little bit dangerous out there.
Yeah, AI is dangerous, and we should be on the lookout for it, which is why when you are the one that's spreading the AI generated image, you no longer get to just, like shake your hands at it or whatever. Like, yeah, Donald Trump spreading the images, pretending that Taylor Swift has endorsed him. He didn't make the images. He chose to signal boost them, and he is clearly scared. He is worried about the possibility of legal action, some sort of ramifications for this. Well, I don't know that he's going to be end up being sued. I don't know that he's going to have to pay out money to Taylor Swift for doing this, but money is changing hands and it could hurt Donald Trump. And we'll get to that in just a sec. Just to remind you, this is what he put out. He not only shared these images, he put I accept. He endorsed the images that he's now pretending to think are so dangerous. He didn't tweet those and say, this is fake, she hasn't endorsed me, but I would love if she did. He pretended that she had, and that's what sucks. Now, that said, Taylor Swift has not actually endorsed anyone. She did not show up at the DNC, which I was hoping that she would. But 34,000 of the Swifties are getting involved. And so there was a Swifties for Kamala call, like all of the past organizing and fundraising calls. And they raised $100,000. Now, Taylor Swift was not on the call, but even without that, they put together quite a bit of money, which isn't bad. 34,000 people are giving a couple bucks each actually to that. So that'll help. It'll get some ads run against Donald Trump, which is what you want to see. The Swifties for Kamala coalition officially launched on Tuesday. So that had $142,000 behind it. There was a star-studded 2-hour virtual rally featuring singer Carole King. Elizabeth Warren was there. Kirsten Gillibrand was there. Many of the donations ranged from $13 to $19.89, a nod of the singer's favorite number and the title of her 5th studio album, which I totally knew. I knew that was her favorite studio album. But anyway, but that's a good amount of money. You like to see it. Comparable with many of these other organizing calls. And well, it's not niche in terms of the fact that she's one of the biggest stars in the world, but you wouldn't expect that an interest group coming together would raise that much money. And we've been saying for some time, Donald Trump and the right are playing with fire with the way that they are communicating about Taylor Swift and her politics. And I'm not just talking about the AI images. There have been so many people on Fox News and on social media that have been telling her to stay out of politics, to not make an endorsement, spreading conspiracy theories earlier this year about her and her relationship and about the nature of the Super Bowl and everything. They are so worried about her doing this endorsement. And I think that in lashing out against her, they raise the chances of either that happening, that Taylor Swift might see this and be angered and think, well, I have to be super clear about who I'm endorsing because they're lying about me. So I am going to endorse Kamala. Or that it's just going to bother her supporters who are legion and get them involved in the process. We'll see what ends up happening with Swift. But with the Swifties, we already know they're organizing, they're coming. And I want to give you one quote, by the way. This is from Emerald Medrano, a 22-year-old who founded the group in June, the Swifties for Kamala. Now has 250,000 followers across their social media channels, which is insane in just a few months. In an interview with The Cut, Medrano likened Harris to Swift, saying Harris is a very intelligent and powerful woman. She's a trailblazer. The way she's opened doors and also takes care of the people who come after her through that door reminds me in a lot of ways of Taylor and the way she cares about people in the music industry. And I like that. I think that, you can just support someone, but believing that there's some sort of ideological or values connection between them could be a really powerful motivator. And another reason why Trump and the right should be worried about the attacks they're making against the Swifties. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.